Welcome to Lunchbox, a show where we will get to preview some of Little Rock's best local community features, including museums, artists, and businesses. We're excited for what we have in store for you on today's show, and we hope you are too. Up first, we have Buy Local, where one local ale house is shaking things up in central Arkansas. Welcome to Buy Local. We have an incredible show for you today. First off, when you're looking through the craft beer section at your local grocery, do you ever wonder who makes some of those delicious beers? Well, we wondered the same thing. This inquisitive wonder led us to Diamond Bear Brewery and Ale House. And today we have Russ Melton with us today from Diamond Bear. Hi Russ, how are you doing today?
I'm very well, Crystal.
Good. How long have you been in the business of selling beer?
18 years going on 19.
Wow, that's nice. When did you guys open?
We opened in 2000. We brewed our first beer on September the 21st of 2000 and served our first beer to the Flying Saucer on October the 14th of the same year.
Nice. What are some of the best-selling beers that you sell?
Well, we got a pretty good variety, but our Pale Ale not only is our best seller, but it's won the most awards. We've won 7 awards overall, and it's won 4 of them. 3 of those being gold. And it was ranked #1 in the world for 4 years by the World Beer Cup.
Wow. How many people do you have that work for you? Do you know?
Well, about 30.
Yeah?
It fluctuates about every week because we have a lot of folks in the ale house and the brew house, but it can be 25 to 35. So on average, during the busier parts of the year, we've got 35, and the slower parts about 25.
Wow. Do you use any local ingredients in your beer?
Well, the #1 ingredient in beer is water, and Arkansas has Little Rock specifically, has some of the best water in the world. And we certainly use that. We use any local ingredient, any local packaging we can use. Anything that we can get local, we secure it local. Some things like the hops right now, we get those from mostly from the Northwest. And the grains, now we'll use some rice in a couple of specialty beers, but most of the barley we get is from the northern United States and lower Canada.
Cool. So how many people do you see every day at the ale house?
Well, we have a lot of customers in. I don't know if we can keep a foot count per se. Saturdays and Sundays are probably our busiest days, and we can seat about 60 with another 30 to 40 out on the deck, and then we've got a party room in the back for about 50 to 60, depends on how you set it up.
Wow. Well, thank you. We just love what you have going on at Diamond Bear. And let's show everyone what you guys have going on down in your neck of the woods.
Diamond Bear Brewing Company and Ale House is located on 600 North Broadway Street in the Argenta district of North Little Rock. Diamond Bear is a microbrewery that has been around since the year 2000. It's very well renowned for their European-style brews on tap and in bottles, and their amazing tours. They're closed on Mondays and open 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, and 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. the rest of the week.
The founder and the president of the company. Diamond Bear was founded in 2000, but I started working on it back in the 90s, very, very seriously back in the 90s. And my wife and I, we just thought that Arkansas had the potential. We saw what was happening with craft beer and local breweries. And we saw that Arkansas we had a brew pub, actually a couple of brew pubs, and we thought that there was an opportunity for a production brewery for Arkansas and the surrounding region to have its own brand.
They serve different brews ranging from American Amber to American Imperial IPA. Some of their best are the Pig Trail Porter and the Presidential IPA.
Names of the tanks are at first they didn't have names, and instead it was tank 1, 2, 3. Mash tun, brew kettle, whirlpool. So we just tried to add a little fun to it. Do a few things really, really well, and it's focused around beer. And we also offer wine. We offer a red wine and a white wine, but again, we're a brewery, so we try to focus on that.
Not only does this ale house serve delicious beer, but they have a food menu that will settle anyone's appetite. They have appetizers such as fried cheese curds and fresh-made brats.
Wow, that was amazing. So, Russ, I hear you have something that you brought to show us today.
Well, you've got just a sample of our beers here. Our year-round beers are the ones that are shown here with these two on the side, and this one's coming up. These beers, this being our number one seller, the Pale Ale, which has won most of the medals. And then we have a variety of beers from our Southern Blonde, which is like a Caribbean-style lager, to our Presidential IPA, which is like a West Coast IPA, to a double IPA. Of course, this IPA, Presidential, was named in honor of the Clinton Library because when we came out with it, was the same year that they opened the library. So, and Pig Trail Porter, of course, we know what the Pig Trail is. It's a wonderful beer. Now, these are our seasonals. You notice this one's wrapped a little different.
Yeah.
I actually was waiting. The cans should be arriving tomorrow. We'll be packaging that next week. And this also will be packaging next week. This is a specialty beer called our Cubby Series. It's a limited release, and it's the very first one we've canned, and folks are very excited about that. For those folks that don't drink beers or don't like alcohol, we also have a Big Rock Root beer, which is alcohol and caffeine free, and it comes in draft or it also comes in cans.
Cool. How many seasons do you have in which you sell?
You know, we have 4 seasonal beers. Last year we only put 2 of them for logistical reasons in cans. The Fest, which is in the fall, and the Irish Red, which is in the first part of the year. This will be our summer beer, the Honey Vice, and in the winter we'll also add our Oatmeal Stout, which is a wonderful beer over the winter time.
Yeah. What would you say is one of your best sellers?
Well,
Besides
this
the-
is our number one seller.
Yeah?
This is our fastest growing, the Strawberry Blonde. I actually brewed that beer. It's the same exact beer as our Southern Blonde, except it has natural strawberries in it, and we also use a natural flavoring in the finishing part of the process. So a lot of this flavored beer, a lot of folks like that sort of thing. My favorites are what do we sell the most of?
Yeah, that's nice. Is there anything else that you sell? Do you sell food or?
You know, the restaurant,
like
we've got a nice restaurant, but this is our philosophy. We're a brewery, and we have a small kitchen, but we try to do a few things really, really well. So we've got a really nice brat. Our club's as good a brat, or excuse me, our club sandwich is as good as club sandwich you'll have anywhere. Our veggie is fantastic. But we have a limited menu, but it's you won't be disappointed in our food.
Wow. Well, thank you. I'm so sorry, but we're out of time, and we're so glad that you came here to buy local. Your brewery is amazing, and I'm so glad that we could share your establishment with local residents. Next up, we have our Arkansas Museum Showcase after a short commercial break.
Are you wondering where Adam and Cameron went? Don't be sad, kids. Critics Corner is back, and we're here to stay. From the critics who gave you expert reviews on Bohemian Rhapsody and The Grinch. Critics Corner is your number one source for movie reviews, criticism, and don't forget, good, clean fun for the whole family.
And now for a First Amendment moment. In December of 1965, 13-year-old Mary Beth Tinker of Des Moines, Iowa, showed up for school wearing a black armband to protest the Vietnam War. Having heard of the planned protest, officials of the Des Moines Independent Community School District had approved a ban on such activity. Mary Beth arrived at school. She was asked to remove the armband, and she refused and therefore was sent home. 4 other students, including Mary Beth's brother John, also were suspended for wearing armbands. They were told they could not return to the school as long as they continued their protests. The American Civil Liberties Union came to the students' aid, and more than 3 years after the fateful December morning, on February 24, 1969, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in the students' favor. The court ruled 7-2 that students do not shed their constitutional rights to freedom of speech or expression at the schoolhouse gate. I am James Kane, and this First Amendment moment has been brought to you by the University of Arkansas Little Rock School of Mass Communication.
If you're looking to explore a different area, try the Argenta Arts District. Located across the river from the capital city is the friendly neighborhood full of life and art. If food is what you're after, Cregan's Irish Pub on the corner of Broadway and Main has the best American-style dishes. The fun-filled restaurant also has live music on weekends and an outside patio that's fit for a great time. The Arts District doesn't stop with amazing restaurants, but combines fabulous art elements and historical art elements. A beautiful sculpture titled Mother Nature is one of the most recognized art pieces and can be found right by the Argenta Flats, which is an apartment complex with a modern vibe. The Argenta Arts Theater is the perfect place to relax and watch a play with the family. If all of this sounds like fun, then Argenta is your next stop.
Welcome to our Arkansas Museum Showcase, where each week we'll be speaking with museum curators and educators about interesting things that their museums have to offer. Today we'll be taking a look at Mosaic Templars Cultural Center with our guest star, Desiree Grant. Hi, how are you doing? She is the Museum Program Assistant and Volunteer Coordinator for the Cultural Center. Welcome to our show, Desiree. We're so glad you're here, and we're glad that you could join us. Now, I understand that you have some images of the museum that you're going to speak about today, but before we begin, let's take a look at a clip of one of your colleagues, Brian Rogers, at the Mosaic Templars Cultural Center.
Hi, I'm Brian Rogers. I'm Community Relations Liaison here at Mosaic Templars Cultural Center, Arkansas's African American History Museum. We are a part of the Department of Arkansas Heritage, and our mission is to preserve, interpret, and celebrate Arkansas's African American history and culture.
Located in downtown Little Rock, the Mosaic Templars Cultural Center strives to honor Arkansas's African American culture and history and tell the story of the Mosaic Templars of America.
So one of the things that I like to say about the museum is that we tell the story of Arkansas through the lens of the African American experience, because all people in the state of Arkansas, no matter what race, have experienced the same experiences. However, some people see them through a different lens, and so that's what we do here is we tell the story of Arkansas through the lens of the African American experience.
The Mosaic Templars of America was founded in 1882 by Chester Keats and John Edward Bush in Little Rock to support the black community. Born as slaves, they made the incredible transformation to successful businessmen and went on to grow the organization into 26 states, providing funeral services to African Americans in a time when they were being denied by white insurance companies.
We are named after the Mosaic Templars of America, which was a fraternal organization that was founded in 1882 with the purpose of providing burial insurance to African American families in the city. It was such a success that it soon spread from Little Rock to the surrounding cities, the surrounding states, and at the height of their power, they had over 100,000 members in 26 states and 6 foreign countries.
When a fire destroyed the original headquarters in 2005, the Department of Arkansas Heritage built a new center to preserve the history of the site. Their goal is to collect, preserve, and honor African American lifestyle and achievements. To educate students, they also provide materials to teachers. The museum has interactive exhibits that further teach the public about African American entrepreneurs, integration, and important topics in the past.
Mosaic Templars Cultural Center is located at 9th and Broadway, downtown Little Rock. Our telephone number is 501-683-3593, and our website is mosaictemplarscenter.com. You can find out more information about all of our programs by checking our website or calling our telephone number.
Right, fantastic. Desiree, it looks like you could spend all day and more down there at the Mosaic Templars. Can you tell us a little bit more about what your museum provides?
So our museum is free. We're open from Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 5. We have an exhibit space that people can take tours, self-guided tours or scheduled tours. We also offer outreach programs, educational outreach to schools, community centers, that type of thing around the state.
Yeah, we have some pictures that you have brought to show us today. What about this first one?
So the first one is a picture of our original building. We are on the site of what was the Mosaic Templars of America building. That's what our museum is named after. And that was a company founded by two former slaves, Chester Keats and Mr. John Bush, to help African Americans in a period almost 20 years after slavery, when they were still struggling with things like getting life insurance. And so the Mosaic Templars of America provided life insurance to African Americans beginning in 1883. They also offered a hospital to the African American community and a bank and several other services.
Wow, that's nice. What kind of exhibits do you have today?
Today we have our permanent exhibits feature African American history over a period of almost 100 years. So we talk about the story of Little Rock's 9th Street, which is where the museum is located, how that became an African American community because during the Civil War, the Union Army was stationed there, and so people ran away and settled there, and after the Civil War, it just became the African American section of Little Rock. So at its height in 1939, there were over 102 African American businesses all along 8th, 9th, and 10th Streets. Downtown, where the museum is one of the few buildings, it is a replica, but one of the few buildings that pays homage to that 9th Street business district.
Oh, wow. What was that second building that we saw?
That is our new building. So the Mosaic Templars building stood on that site. Unfortunately, it was burned down in 2005. But it was purchased by the state. That site was to be a museum. And so in 2008, we opened as a museum. And it looks like that first building because it was built using blueprints from that original building.
Wow, that's nice. Do you have any services like classes or just speakers that come in and tell us all about what happened at that time?
We have staff that does tours, guided tours. We have different events for adults that happen. They might be about a variety of topics. Like a few weeks ago, I just taught a workshop on autobiographies, but sometimes there are events related to our exhibits. Upcoming, we have our Finding Freedom in the Forest exhibit, which will be opening in June. So we have a lot of programming around that as well.
Cool. How many people would you say have been touched by what you all teach at the Mosaic Templars Cultural Center?
We do outreach all over the state, so it would be in the thousands. I know just alone because we see a lot of numbers in February, especially for Black History Month. We see maybe 4,000 to 5,000 kids just in that month alone, but people come in on a rotating basis.
Yeah. What are some of the events that you were talking about for the outreach? I saw in the video and some things that you celebrate Juneteenth and all of those liberation holidays. What kind of events do you have there?
Oh yes, so coming up in June, on June 15th from noon until 6, we'll be having our annual Juneteenth celebration, which marks the anniversary of the end, what is considered the end of slavery officially. So the 13th Amendment was passed to free formerly enslaved persons, but it took time for that message to get out to folks. So we think that Texas was the last area to officially receive the news that people were becoming free. So that date in June, June 19th, officially for, I guess, historians marks the official end of slavery. So we have a celebration, a festival every year to mark that day. We have vendors and events. We're having a 3-on-3 basketball tournament this year, a dance tournament, and also we have national recording artists, Carl Thomas and also Vashawn Mitchell, who is a gospel artist.
Wow, that's great. Desiree, thank you so much for being with us today and for sharing your talents with us and those watching at home. Unfortunately, though, we are out of time. But thank you for everything you do with Mosaic Templar Cultural Center and for helping build a brighter future for our community. And after a quick commercial break, we'll be right back with Arts in Arkansas with the cool super dude, James Kane.
Are you struggling with money? Do you need your taxes done? Well, come on down to Tax Junkie.
Tax Junkie!
Hi, I'm DQ with Tax Junkie. We offer a friendly face and easy to understand service. You don't even need your W-2s, just your latest check stub, and we'll take it from there.
Tax Junkie!
Junkie!
Last year, we
Junkie!
kept over 40 people
Junkie!
from relapsing into debt.
Diamond Bear Brewery has won numerous national and international awards for its world-class beer, including gold medals at the prestigious Great American Beer Festival and World Beer Cup. The name Diamond Bear comes from the first two nicknames of Arkansas. Arkansas was originally the Bear State, then changed to the Diamond State in 1905. Diamond Bear provides a variety of beer for you. Check out the Diamond Bear Brewery at 600 North Broadway, North Little Rock, Arkansas.
Is this the kind of DJ you want at your next party? Get DJ Kane from 96.5. Book DJ Kane at your next party.
James Kane, and Arts in Arkansas is where we showcase different local artists each week. And today, let me introduce to you a very talented dancer who graduated right here from UALR, Miss Brandy Mims. Miss Brandy, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem. Where did you learn how to dance? Let's start with that.
Well, I am deaf, hard of hearing, and I just grabbed the love for dance as a kid in my own bedroom because my parents didn't think I could learn to dance in a normal classroom because of my hearing. So I just learned watching videos like the old Shirley Temple, black and white, tap dance, Michael Jackson music videos. So that kind of helped me learn how to dance.
That's nice. That's nice. So what goes through your mind when you're dancing? I mean, is it like you freestyle, or you might get a thought, and does that help you create a dance as well?
It depends on the music.
Okay.
The certain music. If I'm walking in Walmart and I hear some random music, I'll just start dancing to wherever it is. I'm more like a freestyle, improv.
Now, you named some interesting facts going back, like Shirley Temple and all those back though. Is that pretty much what motivates you, or what's your favorite dance story?
Those black and white TV that we had back in the day, and Channel 12, and that's all you had to watch. So pretty much I was stuck watching that, and so that's just the whole boppity bop and the jolly Broadway. I would love to be on Broadway one day, hopefully. But as I came to Euler and studied my dance major, it opened my mind and heart to ballet, modern, jazz, tap.
Okay, so let's piggyback off that ballet, jazz, dance, tap. What goes to your mind? Like, how do you create a dance routine for that genre of style?
Definitely depend on the music, because the music is my emotion. It speaks to my, it tells me how I'm going to feel on that music. I can hear a song for the first time ever, never hear it ever.
Okay.
But just the beat of the music and the vibration of the feel of the music, that's how I feel music. It tells me, okay, this is where my emotion's going to take place, so.
Okay, and once again, what age did you really start taking dancing serious?
I just started learning the technique dancing 2013 here at Euler.
Okay, speaking of Euler, since you brought Euler up, we have a video of you performing here on campus, so let's take a look at it right now.
Yeah.
Originally from New Orleans, Brandy Mims is a UA Little Rock alum with a huge passion for dance. Brandy started dancing when she was a little girl. She remembers having an Old Town record player and flipping the switches to find a classical tune to pretend to be a ballerina. Little did she know, her dreams to dance would come true. Brandy's favorite style of dance is modern, and her talent truly shines through as she usually feels the music and makes up her moves as she goes. Brandy said her dream place to perform would be Broadway because of their well-known shows and how talented their dancers are. Brandy also has a big heart. When asked what her future plans with dancing are, she responded with wanting to own her own studio, with her target audience being deaf dancers like her, so they have a place to feel safe and share their passion together. She loves challenging herself to try new moves and different music. It's very clear to see Brandy has a bright future ahead of her and is driven by her commitment to dance.
Thank you for joining us today, Brandy. We heard you put together a special dance performed right here in the studio. So take it away.
Thank you.